Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In my previous video, we talked about Binance buying FTX, and I kind of gave you some of the backstory on what was going on, and I talked about whether I thought that was good or bad. But in this video, we're going to look at, because Binance is buying FTX, we're going to look at what are some possible opportunities to pick up some investments, some long-term crypto tokens we may want to buy and hold. You see, oftentimes when the market is red like it is right now, it is brutal right now. Bitcoin's down to almost $18,000, Ethereum down to almost $1,300. Oftentimes the market overreacts. So if you have a project that you believe in, or a crypto token or a cryptocurrency that you believe in is going to do well long term, you want to wait for events exactly like this to start doing your buying. So we're going to be looking at projects that are particularly close to FTX because their token is in the dirt right now, and we're going to be looking at some projects that could be good long-term buys, even though they're beat up today because of their direct relationship with FTX and Alameda Research. First of all, let's go ahead and get started. We've got 5 projects in total we're going to cover, but before I get into those projects, I want to, of course, look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Nothing in this video should be considered financial advice. I'm a cryptocurrency enthusiast. I'm a commentator. I am not a financial advisor. I will always try to let you know anytime that I've made a buy or a sell. I will do my best to be transparent and honest. I'm not out to hurt anyone, and I don't want to mislead anyone. So I will always do my best to let you know what I'm buying, what I'm selling, and try to be as objective about it as I can while letting you know if I have a biased position. Okay, first up, Bitcoin. I'm a long-term buyer of Bitcoin. I bought some Bitcoin today. I'll continue to buy Bitcoin. It's down 12%. It's probably going to go a little bit lower, to be honest. I actually think... I'll say that for another video. I think there are some factors that could cause Bitcoin to go much, much lower. But since I don't have a crystal ball, I prefer to buy when the market's down, and I'll continue to make buys as we may continue to go down, and I'll save that commentary for another video. But essentially, Alameda, a lot of people believe that Alameda Research, the company that is financially backing FTX, could be offloading some of their crypto assets, and that could have caused the market to turn red. Everybody panics, everybody gets fearful. Think about it. There were commentators out there when Bitcoin popped back above 20,000. We had the mini rally. I saw people saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's up. We'll never be below 20,000 again. You know, we're going to the moon. We're going to hit 100,000 next, and we'll hit 250,000 after that." And of course, what happens the moment that Bitcoin turns and dips back below 20,000, people start panicking, and they're like, "Oh no, that's some incredible resistance level or price support level, and now it's over with." So they start selling, and that's what's happening. But typically, keep in mind, if you are a long-term investor or long-term holder in a particular project, then the market overreacts. So that's always the time to try to catch a sell when everybody else is fearful. Down 12%. May go down lower before the day's out. We may see Bitcoin in the 17,000s by the end of the day. Hopefully, if we hit 16,000, I'll be buying some more today. Ethereum down to 1,300. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It may bounce tomorrow. I mean, if I had to guess, tomorrow we'll see a bounce in the market, but we'll just have to wait and see. You can let me know in the comments if you watch this video tomorrow if we got that bounce or not. Bitcoin and Ethereum are not directly related with FTX in any way outside of Alameda Research may have been holding some Bitcoin, may have been holding some Ethereum. However, I would think that if they were holding Bitcoin or Ethereum, that would be next to their token, the FTT token. I would think that would be the last thing that they would potentially sell. But who knows? I think a lot of people are worried about a Luna situation, which drove the market down. So we've kind of got a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, which is good for those of us that are long-term buyers. That's not bad at all. All right, again, not financial advice at all. I did buy Bitcoin today, didn't buy Ethereum, but if we see Ethereum drop too far below 1,300, I would be a buyer there as well. FTX token, or the FTT token, let's start here, decimated, down 58% today, 58%. Let's see what's happened here. Let's do a quick refresh. Ooh, 78%. Incredible volatility. I mean, if you had a trading bot on FTX, you could be doing well right now, possibly, out of this hard dip here. I don't know. It's hard to say. I will talk about some of my trading bots in another video. In fact, those of you that are subscribed to my 3-year crypto retirement journey, I'll put a link in the description. You can check that out. I'll be talking about that, some of my trading bots. At some point, I'll probably talk about it there first. But FTX, if you look here, you can tell that they've been trying to defend the price. I was looking at the exchange right here. You can see it for sure. There was actually an enormous buy wall right here. It looks like they were trying to, what they would do is they'll put a buy wall at 22.2 or 21, whatever, and they'd have had an enormous amount of tokens. Well, obviously the sellers ate right through that buy wall there, and it looks like they may have had a possible buy wall over here. They may be trying to reestablish another one. Who knows? They're clearly trying to support their token, and they're probably liquidating or dumping other tokens to free up capital to support the FTT token. At least that's maybe what's going on, and if that's happening, then we can see why the entire market's dumping. So projects that Alameda is actually holding has also dumped. So for example, let's take a look at this one, BitDAO. BitDAO is the Bybit token. It's down 16%. Now, very publicly, it's come out that they weren't dumping the Bit token or the BitDAO token. So it's kind of interesting that this token is still dumping, because on Twitter, let's see, over here, it was down here, 15 hours ago, Ben Zhao, I think, is the CEO of Bybit. When he said the BitDAO community is questioning the sudden dump of the Bit token caused by Alameda dumping and breaching the 3-year mutual no-sell public commitment. Nothing is confirmed, but BitDAO community would like to confirm a proof of funds from Alameda. So interestingly enough, they did get that proof up here. Thanks for the swift response, and right here, community update, and thanks for the swift action. So clearly those funds weren't getting dumped. But this raises a bigger question. The reason DeFi exists is because this would not have to be questioned. In DeFi, if a project said, hey, we locked up our funds in a smart contract for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, if that happens, nobody has to question if the funds are getting dumped. You can go check the smart contract. You can look at the smart contract. You can see there's a time lock. You can see that it's impossible for them to dump funds. But in this situation, and just for the record, they probably could have set up a smart contract and locked up funds. But in this situation, they're saying, oh, we just have a contract in place, a legally binding contract. Well, if push comes to shove, before a company goes totally bankrupt or hits zero, it is possible that they could break contracts. Now, thankfully, in this case, Alameda has shown that they've not done that. But as soon as I read that, I thought, see, that's why decentralized finance matters. You don't have to trust that somebody, the whole point in decentralized finance is you don't have to trust a primary entity or a primary company. You wouldn't have to have questioned, are they dumping? Are they dumping? You would have known immediately, because the tokens would have been in a time-locked smart contract. But I digress a little bit. Let's keep going. So either way, the BitDAO token or the Bit token is down significantly. Presumably, maybe people think something's going to happen. Maybe it's just a negative sentiment overall in the market. I'm not really sure. Here's another one, Solana. So Solana was these guys at Alameda Research were enormous investors in Solana. They've been supporting this project from the very, very beginning. And here we are, down 25%. So if you're a long-term holder of Solana, you believe in Solana, you may see that, hey, it's on sale, 25% sale today. It could bounce up tomorrow. Who knows? Or if you have a trading bot on Solana, I do have a trading bot on Solana, by the way. But if you have a trading bot on Solana, this could be good if you are long-term bullish, and depending on which way your trading bot is trading, mine definitely have a bullish slant to Solana. So this could ultimately be really, really good for me personally. But I'm not necessarily a long-term, like I don't have a real hodl bag. I am trading Solana, and I am collecting it from the profitable trades. So I do believe in it long-term, but I'm not, just full transparency. I want to try to be transparent. I'm not holding Solana necessarily like I'm holding Bitcoin or like I'm holding Ethereum. I would just have it trading in a trading account. And I'm trading it with the idea of collecting some Solana over time. Again, that has to do with my trading bots. I'll explain that to my 3-year retirement community in due time. Probably within the next couple of months, I'll do a whole series on that for those guys. Aptos token down 27%. So if you don't know about Aptos, the original developers were the ones that were working with Facebook to create their original token. And when Facebook decided, or Meta, whatever, decided not to no longer pursue having their own cryptocurrency, the developers in this team essentially went off on their own. And guess who invested into them early on? You got it, Alameda Research. So is Alameda dumping Aptos today to try to defend these price levels? Who really knows? But either way, Aptos is down. If you believe in this project long term, then maybe it's on sale today, 27%. Let's see where it's at in 7 days. Yeah, that's a significant sell. So what's interesting about this project is it looks like it's at it's at all-time lows right now. Nobody holding this token is a winner. Absolutely nobody holding this token. If you bought it anytime that it's been public on the market, you're currently not a winner in this project. So, there may be a bunch of buyers coming into this thing. Who knows? What else happens? I think downturns in the market are really good as well, because it's easy to get caught up in the positive sentiment of a project. You read a good news headline, you hear somebody prominent saying that they're buying it, you find out a big company like Alameda Research is buying the project, then it's easy to get swept up into what could be possible, the gains you could have. But when you see the market turn red like this, then all of a sudden you start thinking, okay, do I really believe in this project? Because if I really believe in it, I should be buying more at this level. And if I'm uncertain, it's okay if you're uncertain, but if you're uncertain, you're probably not going to buy more. So I think a down day or a red market, that's when your true conviction gets tested. So Aptos could be on sale. If you believe in that project long term, you got a 27% discount right here. Currently, I don't hold any Aptos. I have been following the project a little bit though. Now here's a project that I actually have been considering building a position in. I've been following this project for a long time. Look at this. It did bounce a little bit right here. That's actually a decent percent pop. If you were able to catch that bottom, probably nobody called that bottom, or not very many people call that bottom, but it's down 35%. So this project is interesting. If you've been following the whole Twitter debacle that's going on right now with Twitter and the blue check verification, Mask basically, it's a neat project. I may do a whole video on that on my channel. Let me know in the comments if you want me to cover the Mask network on this channel. But their token and their network is really a way to add a lot of crypto functionality to Twitter. It allows you right inside your Twitter feed to be able to buy and sell and exchange crypto. It allows you to tip people inside your Twitter feed. It allows you a form of verification. That's interesting. That's really interesting inside the Twitter feed. It allows you to do all sorts of neat things with your Twitter feed, exchange NFTs, all sorts of neat stuff. But guess who was an early investor in Mask Network? You got it, Alameda. And by the way, Alameda is investing in a lot of projects, but these are some of the kind of the more prominent ones, the ones that I was aware about that I've been looking at their price charts today. Now, what is fascinating is Binance is buying FTX. Like, that is confirmed, that is happening. I mean, the deal's not closed or anything, but a letter of intent has been signed for Binance to buy FTX. What I find very fascinating is I thought this would be super bullish for BNB. It should be bullish for BNB. And yet, here we are. BNB's down 7%. So normally I wouldn't have bought BNB because I would have thought it would have pumped like it did right here. Look at that. It went all the way up to 386, and now we're back down to 318. That is a heck of a price drop. I may buy some BNB today, just so you know. Look at that. Yeah, I look at that spike. I may buy some BNB today, just full transparency. I like the BNB token for now. It's a medium-term play for me. I think it's going to go back to previous highs for sure. So, and right now with Binance buying FTX, I think this potentially does really good things for the entire BNB ecosystem as a whole. So I may be buying some BNB. It's on sale, and it looks like maybe the only reason it's on sale is because it's getting drugged down with the overall market, or maybe it's on sale because people are worried about the overall crypto market, and a lot of people just are panic selling, which, you know, maybe what's happening, another thing that could be happening is people are worried that Binance is going to buy a shell of a company with FTX, and maybe, you know, we don't really know exactly what Binance is paying for FTX or exactly what the terms of that deal are right now. And so maybe people are worried that Binance is going to get drugged down because FTX ultimately collapses. Either way, I don't think that matters, because just the fact that people have trading accounts with FTX, if Binance can take over those trading accounts, take over those funds, take over those investors as far as, bring them into their fold, they're going to have brand new revenue streams of an incredibly large cryptocurrency exchange. So I still think that's probably going to be a net positive for Binance and therefore the BNB token. Let me know if you agree with me down in the comments. If you don't, it's totally okay. By the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not recommending that you buy BNB. Just for the sake of transparency, I'm telling you I may buy some BNB today, and I'm obviously biased a little bit on BNB. Pancake, this is another one. I would have thought Pancake would be doing well today as well, and it was. As you can see, it kind of popped up. I'd love to know. I bet you there was one main principal player that made that buy. Probably the buy here and the buy on BNB. But look, it dropped all the way back down. So I think it's at really good levels to pick up some PancakeSwap. I really like PancakeSwap a lot. And yeah, a lot of people don't realize, by the way, PancakeSwap, a lot of people think that they have an unlimited token supply. They do have an unlimited token supply, but because PancakeSwap buys back tokens and burns them based on the revenue generated from PancakeSwap, they've been keeping their supply stable, very stable. I showed that on a previous video when I was talking about 6 crypto projects that have real yield. I mentioned PancakeSwap paying a 60% APY out of their token. Now that they do only pay you in their token, however, the token supply is stable. So if you're bullish on PancakeSwap and the Cake token long term, then it's a really good yield. I'll link that video above if you want to watch it. Let me know of any projects that you like right now that you're following. If there's any projects that you're buying as the market is dropping, if you're dollar cost averaging in, that's probably a really smart thing to do. If you have trading bots running on any of these, depending on obviously how they're set up, you could be making a lot of bank right now because they are incredibly, incredibly volatile. If you want to find out more about my trading bots in the future, go down and subscribe to my 3-year crypto retirement challenge. Just to give you a heads up, in this challenge, I'm taking a $5,000 investment. I'm making very risky investments, and then as I make profits, I'm pulling those profits off the table, and I'm reinvesting them into more stable, real yield crypto projects. Some are paying as high as 90% APR in Apex assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, USDT, and more. Go down in the description, put your name, your email address, and click submit. So today we've covered a total of if you include Bitcoin and Ethereum, I guess that would be 1 and 2 right there. 3, if you're trying to speculate on the FTX token, God bless you. That's more risky than I want to do. There are people out there who are going to be speculating on this token, and they're going to be buying it up, and it may do really well. I can't wait to see what the price is tomorrow to see if it drops further or if it bounces a little bit. It's going to be very interesting. But FTX token would be project number 3, the BitDAO project number 4, Solana 5, Aptos 6, and then of course the mass token would be number 7. This is one that I'm probably really excited by, mainly because they also have a very low market cap, and I think there's a lot of potential with this. We'll have to wait and see. And of course, BNB and PancakeSwap also have been dragged down as well, probably for the opposite reason the other tokens. I mean, I think the other tokens, some of them are getting dumped. I feel confident that Alameda Research has to be dumping some of these tokens, but only time will ultimately tell. Let me know what your thoughts are. Which projects are you interested in right now, and are you buying today when the market is crashing? Decentralized cryptocurrency equals freedom, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crypto Wealth. I'm out.